Okay, so we've come round again to the High Priestess, 2nd of October 2025. The song I know because my son used to have a joke about it when he was younger. His name being Casey. The song is Stacey's mum. Apparently Stacey's mum's got it going on, so if you're called Stacey and you're watching, maybe your mum is trying to contact you from spirit, or your mum has actually got it going on. Who knows? We'll see what else Astral DJ tells us later on. So, number 2 then, High Priestess always represents number 2 or 29. Person, birthday living or past, so no longer with us. A date for your diary or an address. And we need it in the upright so that we don't let any negative energy into our aura. It is the travellers, the tarot readers, the psychics, the mediums. The mute, the silent ones. It is secrets or secrets being exposed. It is Persephone. Look her up. The story of Persephone. It may be relevant to you. She's always connected to the number 11 for me, and the carnival people, the Romanis, the travellers. 11th of October specifically, which will be coming up soon, but I'll be aware when that takes place this year. So, I won't see it. So let's have a look what we got. Is that there on the... I thought that was there for a minute. On the cut. I think I've caught up with all my comments. Sorry about that. I don't know what went wrong again, but some I did. So, let's begin. Nose is itching. She's the first card out. She wanted to be out. So letters B and J connected to spirit then. Very important. And then secrets. She keeping secrets. Somebody may be letting negativity into their aura. You must protect yourself. It's not because you're weak. It's because you are strong. People are going to want to bring you down. So put your force fields up and protect yourself. Especially spiritually. Go within and meditate. Oh, we've got problems here already. So, unreliable, unpredictable friends, finances, career. If it's a person, it could be a Taurus of any gender. If it's not a Taurus, it is somebody possibly with a darker complexion, somebody in uniform, or somebody who's bad with money. Then we have 9 or 27. This is turning your back on everything you've ever known or believed to be true to follow your true life path. It is the Buddha card. This is what inspires the quote at the top of my pages. Lead me, guide me, walk beside me. They will send somebody in spirit or the flesh to walk with you. So you do not do this next part of your journey alone. It is grandparents. Those born on the 9th or living at number 9 or 27. It is therefore grandparents for me, Walter, May, Martha, and Fred. It's also Millie, and 2 snakes. Someone stuck in stormy waters because they will not let the baggage of the past go. And when we have a couple where there's no love, they've turned their back on love. There it is, the Scorpio and the Cancer. But this is Scorpio and Cancer of any gender, but it's also, more importantly, a couple where there's no love. They are drained, they are empty, they are depressed, there's no connection, emotional. They're not in charge of their emotions. They also may be drinking. There are those who see when they're shown, and those who will never see. Another 6 years, 6 weeks. This is not your tribe, not your people. We have someone here, now we have 8 years. This is Jack. Jack is all work and no play, and it makes him a very dull boy. He's putting all this effort in and getting no reward from it. No happiness, no financial success, nothing. And then the secrets, today's card. So the most important card here, and it trumps all the others because it is a major arcana, it is positive. It's about turning your back on all the past and everything in it and beginning to see differently. Because some people will never see your point of view. I believe a song, Stacey's mum, it's Stacey thinks she's got a boyfriend, but the boyfriend is only coming to see her because he's got a secret that he's in love with Stacey's mum, who is obviously far too old for him, but Stacey doesn't see it. So that's the scenario. Let's see. Yeah, there's the Scorpio. We have it in the minor arcana, now we have it in the major arcana. But in the major arcana it is positive. So again, both major arcanas are positive. Coming out of your comfort zone is what's required. Shedding a skin. This is the year of the snake. We haven't got much left of this year. We are shedding the skin now. We've been creating something. This is death and rebirth. It is the reproductive organs and shared resources. This is no longer trapped in your own mind or overthinking things. Those knives are people's words or your thoughts that have been at you and at you and at you all your life from being a small child. You mustn't rock the boat, you mustn't do this, you mustn't do that. But you're not going to overthink it anymore. You're going to feel. And we have Taurus. All the major arcanas are in the upright. This is believing in yourself, having faith, possibly having religion, binding yourself to the spiritual side of life, not the material, having a baptism. It is Peter, it is Simon, it is keys to a new life even. It is the neck, the throat, the mouth, the teeth, speaking your truth. It is also this Persephone's divine partner. 5023, Mark, Diane and Oscar. Somebody here does not have the moral high ground. Possibly this gentleman or the home life. The nightmare will be over 9 weeks. The grieving must stop. Stop dwelling on the past and what you've lost, because Judgment Days arrive, the 20. You now, the Judgment of Solomon, look it up. I'm not going through the story again. Look it up and Google it. Something will bring you to your knees, but it has to push you to come out of your comfort zone so that you can rise from the ashes like the phoenix, or like the lotus flower from the muck of the swamp. The name Joshua, the name Sandra, the name Gary could be important. The number 20. You must release and let go. What you resist persists. The more effort, like Jack, that you put into something that you don't want, the worse it's going to get. So let go of greed, let go of control, stop stamping your feet and expecting things to go your way. Release Alice. And there she is in her own read. The secret will be out and they can be together. 2 and 29. Totally protected. Totally aware. Not without sacrifice, because we have the blood there. But there will be a change. There could be unfaithfulness here, or just depression. An empty cup, somebody drained of energy by others. 1 month. A rejected gift of love. Or unrequited love, as with Stacey's mum and Stacey's friend. We have divine partners. Yeah. This is whose Persephone was trapped with in a toxic marriage. This is making you aware not to sign anything. Do not agree to anything under duress, because you will regret it. It's freeing yourself, needing to free yourself from this toxic situation. 15, Capricorn. 6 months. There's grandmother that. Bedtime stories. Something or someone returning from your past. Some fond memories of the past. But again, they've doubled up. We now have the whole story. Well, we did with the other High Priestess anyway, but 9 or 27. Millie, Walter, Reese, Chanel, needing to turn your back on something and following your true path. There's Alice again, being stubborn, refusing to let go. 4 years. Too narrow-minded, too greedy, too controlling, refusing to walk away, refusing to let the past, the misery of the past go. Daisy, Forget-Me-Nots and Lily. A house move for some, reminding you that there is a celebration coming up, perhaps a birthday, perhaps Christmas, perhaps Halloween. But it could also be a house move, a new home. But a home is not a home without fire in the hearth, food on the table and a welcome at the door. So destroying something to rebuild elsewhere in a happier situation. And then we have the Debbie Downer, the 5-week thing, the violent argument, where the knives are out and somebody wants to win at all costs. They don't care how they do it, and they will cut their own nose off to spite the face. You must take the high road. Don't turn your back on people. Defend yourself. Another 5. A change must take place in finances and emotions. There's no point in living in the past. Build a bridge, get over it, stop crying over spilt milk. It is time to live in the now. The future's not promised, the past is over. Live in the now. Keep your dreams alive, you have more options than you know. we've got Scorpio. So there we are, Scorpio already. We've got 6th house of Virgo, which is the Hermit. And we've got Venus, which is love. And there is no love in this because all the cups are reversed. So, 6th house is about health issues, hospital doors. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. It is Virgo. It's about the intestines and the abdomen. It's about the colour dark brown, health services, work, altruism, teamwork, co-workers, pets, efficiency, vocation, and your daily routine. This house pertains to co-workers and describes how harmoniously someone is able to blend into a team or a family that works as a team. And how work will be organised and approached without a strong sense of self and boundaries, which is what they wanted to have. High Priestess putting the boundaries in place, where she's gone. You become elastic and there is no separation between you and me in the workplace. If personal boundaries are too strong, cooperation is impossible and isolation inevitable. It is linked to your health, which is in turn dependent on how much at home someone is with their body, mind and emotions, and how much of the self can be expressed. You need to express yourself because there he is, expressing himself. It is a truly holistic house. The state of health reflects on inner harmony, while disease indicated inner disharmony. So that all depends on whether there's something toxic there. You become aware of others. It's linked to Virgo and vocations. It's how selfish or unselfish you can be. So we've got Venus in Scorpio. Desires intensity and drama. Passionate, rapacious, jealous and erotic. The violent person. Manipulative. Venus in Scorpio falls permanently in lust or love and is attracted to temptresses or dark, handsome types. Isa. A challenge of frustration, psychological blocks to thought or activity, including grievances. There could be a grievance here. Somebody is being frozen out. They're not giving any love. Isa. Isa is the number 11. What did I say? With the High Priestess, very, very connected to the number 11. So, ice cold and an iron rod. Rod of steel. Isa. Ice is too cold and slippery. It shines like glass and is most like to gems. A floor wrought by frost, fair to see. So we may get a big chill coming. To the Vikings, this room was known as Ice. To the Icelanders, Is. And to the ancient Teutons, Isa, which literally means ice. E is the letters as in even, so 2 E's in a word. The shape of this room represents an icicle, cold, hard, unyielding, and capable of causing pain when grasped, and that is what this is. By extension, ice in general is associated with this room, especially the type of ice that makes walking difficult. So problems walking. It is connected with the slow-moving, inexorable glacier too. Being notable for its hardness, Isa is also associated with a cold iron from which weapons are made. The symbolic beasts associated with Isa are the herds of reindeer, and they roam the snowy wastes, as well as ferocious wild boars. So ferocious Venus. The vegetable symbol of Isa include the alder tree and the poisonous herb henbane. Its rune is also connected to the number 7. So the 7th house is Libra, 7th month would be Cancer, and the number 7 in the tower is the Chariot. So Verdandi, the Norn of the present, is the third goddess of fate to appear in the sequence of this rune. Her iron will, as guardian of the status quo, fits perfectly with the nature of Isa, another goddess whose cold heart resisted warmth and persuasion of all kinds, and stubbornness, like I said, resisting or rejecting this love. She refused Odin the means to avenge the death of his son, so refusing justice. Rind is symbolic of the frozen earth in winter, which Demeter did when her daughter Persephone was dragged to that toxic marriage with the devil. Like the infinitely slow-moving glacier, the force of this rune is unstoppable. All you require when this is found in a reading is the fairest of virtues, patience. The appearance of Isa is most distressing when the question is asked about relationships, because the icy rune foretells a period of emotional cooling. There we go. Yet this is not necessarily a permanent state of affairs, because the thaw will eventually come and the ice will melt. In other affairs, Isa also slows events down to a crawl. Business partnerships may go through a rocky patch because expected events will not happen when they're supposed to, and you may find that any blocks to your ambitions will turn out to be a blessing in disguise, because your aims and desires will change. You have options during this period of delay. Even though this rune is not the most comfortable to live with and can be most distressing for affairs of the heart, the cool clarity of ice bestows a calmness conducive to quiet contemplation, to go within. The true gift of Isa is a respite from cluttered thinking, from which is good, yeah, we're coming out of that mental prison, a respite from cluttered thinking, which will allow you to see your situation and prospects very clearly. It may even show you how to progress in the future to avoid the pitfalls and slip-ups that would otherwise occur. If you're involved in a creative venture of any kind, it would be a good idea to take a pause from it. Even if you believe that you are wasting your time, nothing could be further from the truth, because this interval will allow you to recharge your talents, and when the thaw sets in, you will thus be able to pursue your tasks with renewed vigour. This is associated with the number 7, so its appearance as a final rune could indicate a period of 7 days. If it falls in the middle of a reading, it's said to emphasise the message of the other divination. Isa is said to have no inverted meaning. However, if you do choose to interpret it in the reverse, the immobility that is suggested can be taken as a message that you can go no further and must completely change direction, turning your back on everything you've ever known or believed to be true. So, well done, Spirit. And there we have the Chariot, which is number 7, but it's also the Sunflower, and the Bees, Manchester, which unfortunately we've just had the bad news for the Jewish people in Manchester of the murders. So our hopes and prayers go to them. This is the number 24. So 24 may be important to us. It's Kristen. The Latin name, Helianthus annus, the sun. The sunflower is one of the most powerful of the solar herbs, and it is sunflower seeds, same as pumpkin seeds, can be used for the health of your stomach if you eat them, to reject parasites. Its health, its wealth, its success on all levels. It looks like our childhood depictions, so children, again, childhood, and it's found everywhere. Modern witches associate sunflowers with solar gods such as Helios, where the devil lives, and Apollo, which to me is always Apollo 11 or 13. We've got 13, we've got 11, and Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong. So those names may mean something, surnames or first names. The Greek gods who have pulled the sun chariot, magic for money and success, can use the sunflower due to both its solar associations with gold and its multitude of seeds embodying abundance, being the food of a good food source. This also symbolises having enough to eat to stay healthy. A multitude of seeds also lends itself to fertility magic. Sympathetically, you can use this idea for magic to increase your creativity, granting you a fertile mind in which to grow new artistic work. Bees inspire insects sacred to Apollo. Love the pollen of the sunflower, and the alchemy of transforming pollen to honey is part of the solar magic of transformation and health. Since sunflowers often grow at the edges and alongside walls or fences, or when closed together naturally form an almost fence-like barrier, they can also be used for protection and magic for your home. So eat more honey and protect yourself. The spirit of the sunflower is one of great joy, embodying the cheer we associate with a bright and sunny day. Sunflowers want us to help us feel and be our best in all things. In astrology, the sun embodies our personality or our ego, not in the harmful sense, but as who we were learning to be in the world, helping us infuse our personality or ego with light. Sunflower helps bolster our ego when we have low self-esteem.